everybody, man, it's your boy Kshotem and all that. Yeah, I just been playing with my aim, you know what I mean? As y'all remember in my other videos, if y'all was here for them. Been fucking with my aim, that's why I haven't been on to, you feel me? This shit been, you know, been going through a lot with this shit. Let's keep it a buck, you feel me? Yeah, I've been going through a lot with that shit, you feel me? But we got it more to how we want it without it being all without it being all out of place. Cause before that shit was like I don't know, like locking up, doing all type of shit, and of course at first I thought, I didn't know what the fuck to think, but it's not as fast as I had it before, so I'm really trying to get it to that speed. Because man, like the way I can move around and play like that is completely different than having that shit up a little bit. Cause like how they have it on the PS5 naturally, like that shit's slow as fuck. All that shit slow as fuck. So you really gotta like adjust things, you know what I mean, and all that. Cause see, now I feel like I'm moving a little bit more up to how I used to move, you know what I'm talking about? But I had turned up my other sensitivities to them, trying to match it. But yeah, if I'm playing like shit, like if it look like my aim's going all crazy, it's because I'm still tweaking shit, you feel me? I just wanted to come live and all that, because I haven't been live all day and all that, you feel me? I need to make my videos, yeah, feel me? But yeah, for y'all that don't know, been working on them sensitivity settings, and when you work on them shits, man, a whole lot of stresses can come from that, you know what I mean? Because it's all muscle memory when you talk about the sensitivities, and it could really fuck with your head if you're playing the game too and you're trying to like fix sensitivities, you know what I mean? Sometimes, you gotta come back to that shit. But right now, it's feeling pretty decent, I ain't gonna lie, like, and I would advise a lot of people, you know what I mean? The only time you should play with that dead zone is if it's something that you experience with, or you want to experience with, in the sense of like learning, you know what I mean? Because you ain't just gonna play with that shit and you gonna play normal right after, like, it's just there's gonna be some adjustments unless it's exactly what you're looking for, like for me, like it was fast in the right way, and it was like, damn, like this is what's up, you feel me? Like I still feel like it's more slow whenever I turn, but my sensitivity, I like where that's at. I just don't, when you turn like this, like that's your dead zone, you know what I mean? Like, and like if you could get that shit up to where, you feel me, as soon as you click it, you feel me, like it moves, and you're gonna be a little bit more effective, you know what I'm talking about? But they have two regular, sensitivities, the regular sensitivity, then the aim down the sight sensitivity. But you can't base it off of those. Like once you dig into the advanced sensitivities, that's where the real, like, you know what I'm talking about? Because it even says it right there. This could change the way your your controller functions or whatever, you feel me? If you put it too low, basically you could experience what I was experiencing, you know what I mean? So you have to put it high, but once you put it low, like how I had it, it's difficult to just be like, oh, I'm just gonna, what I mean, put it high again, because it's not gonna work out. You're gonna notice like how much difference the game feels once you adjust your dead zones lower. But it's like I said, you can't put them way low. My advice is to put them down by one each time, feel it out, see how the game plays out, put them down one more, you know what I mean? If you feel like it's da-da-da, whatever. But this is the thing, right? If you somebody that never really played with that, then even if you put it down by one, you'll see a difference. But it's just with me, you know what I mean? Like, I knew how it was on a PS4, so I was trying to get it to how it is on the PS4, but on the PS5, what the fuck? Why did I take that? But on the PS5, you can't do that type shit, you know what I mean? Because it's all, supposedly they say it's already low, but it's not. On here, it's not low, you know what I mean? Because whenever I first got on the PS5, I noticed like, man, I feel like I'm moving a little slower. And then once I adjusted my dead zones, I felt like it was moving as fast as the PS4 in the sense of like my character. Not the game, you know what I mean? The game obviously runs faster than the PS4's, but I'm talking about the way your character, it moves around and responds to things. And see, by playing with those dead zones, you see, like, even whenever I look down the sight now, before this shit was even like kind of slow. But it's kind of weird because my controller settings has always been the same. It's just I play with the dead zones, but because I play with the dead zones, it made me need to turn up my sensitivity in other areas because I had to turn up my dead zones. You know what I mean? Which made it slower. So I had to turn up my sensitivities in other areas to reach, you feel me, like how fast that I normally like to be moving now. So it's just one of them awkward things. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm still trying to even get used to the new dead zone I put, because at the end of the day I did have it a little faster, you know what I mean? So I just gotta get used to it again. But not like the lower you could put that shit, the better. But it's a tricky thing. On the other hand, and on a side note from what I just mentioned, it's tricky because you know, the more your controller is worn, the more you're gonna notice your dead zones. You feel me? Like when you have a worn controller, like the shit will just like go like this and move on its own. That's when you know you got a worn controller, and that's when you actually have to turn up your dead zone to make it slower. Because if you don't, your shit's gonna move. So if your controller's ever moving like that, like your aim, then you just gotta turn your shit up. You know what I'm talking about? But see, if your controller is new like mine, you know what I mean, you could literally turn that shit pretty low. It's just once it gets worn, you know, you might have to adjust certain shit. But me personally, you know what I mean, I need my shit at this speed. You feel me? This is just where I need it, cause the way I react to things, you know, I want to be quick, and that has nothing to do with your sensitivity. Yeah, see, like now I could actually like, I ain't gonna lie, before I was getting some crazy ass kills. Yeah, that fool knew he was gone. His ass out of there. He knew he was cooked. Shit, that's a nice sniper, alright, damn it. I fucking hate this stick of truth, honestly. Actually, I think I'm gonna put my up and down a little slower. Yeah, man. I've been like I said before, adjusting my dead zones and my sensitivities a lot, so I got it a little bit better, you know what I mean? It was getting a little thrown off and all that. So I had to adjust that mug, yeah, feel me. To be honest, like it's a little better, honestly. I think I'm gonna leave it. I ain't gonna lie, I still kind of feel like not sluggish, but like, you know what I mean? Like it could be faster type shit. But nah, it's fast, you feel me? For sure. It's just, I need to duck off somewhere to adjust my sensitivity right quick. I've been doing a lot of this, practicing the aim and my whole shit in here in a solo shit, you feel me? Because, it's less people, whatever, you know what I mean? I could focus on my shit. Hey, but I ain't gonna lie, like, some matches I be getting crazy kills. It just, I be trying to adjust my shit, you feel me? So, I'm kind of like constantly like fucking with my shit, feeling it out, but, you know, where that boy at, huh? That boy ran? See, like, for some reason, I feel like my character moves slower than how, like, whenever I click on my analog, but that's what the dead zone does, is once you turn that shit down, you know what I mean? It basically, like, it makes it to where, like, as soon as you hit that analog, it responds. So if you get that shit, responding quicker, it kind of fucks with you, you know what I mean, a little bit if you adjust it, higher. Because higher makes it slower and lower makes it faster. So it could really, like, fuck with your head a little bit, honestly. Like, that's why I'm trying to get my shit fast feeling how I had it before, like, literally, like, 2 days ago, but because I don't feel like my aim is as fast. Man, what the fuck? The fuck is this shit? How come I can't get over there? What the fuck? It says I downed that fool and everything. I don't know. That shit confusing me. But now the last match I was having, I was getting shifty. But now I just been focusing on my aim and shit, trying to get this shit, you feel me, the sensitivities right and all that. But I wanted to adjust. Let's go. Where was it? I think it was. Yeah, it was these ones actually. Actually, I had these shits a little lower. You know what I mean? I feel like I should put those both at wherever the hell I had it. This is where I had it too. Feel like this we could put up now, cause that's when okay. So the look horizontal. Obviously, that's just your look, right? Your vertical look speed. Turning horizontal boost. That's whenever you spin. Obviously, like you react quick. You feel me? And you make a turn. Like when an enemy pulls up on the left and you react quick. So. I had that shit at 16 because I think naturally, I think they're all at either 15 or 16. And also, like, if you play with your sensitivity options, any sensitivity options, I would advise to just put it up by one. each time. You know, you don't ever want to like do too much, you know what I mean? You see how I have everything bumped up by 1%, you know what I mean? Like, and I never have my vertical speed the same as my horizontal. If you look up here, you see how my look speed is different from my aim down the sight sensitivity, because these things should never be the same if you want to be like effectively playing, right? Because your look speed is like how you turn and all that. Your aim, obviously, you know what that is, you feel me? So your aim, you want it a little bit slower than your look speed, because you want to be more accurate with your shot, right? But you can't have it too low. You know what I'm talking about? You can't have that shit too low. So don't have it looking like mine, but have it one off each other. You know what I mean? So whether it's at 5 and 4, 6 and 3, or 6 and 5, you know, just have it one off of each other to start out. And then, you know, if you feel like, oh shit, like, you know, I could get, you know, I need more aim assist, or I want to slow my shit down a little bit. But you also got to remember, you got to keep your consistency with your aim. You never just want to like you know, have good aim, right? But then you're inconsistent in other areas, because it's just not about having good aim, you know what I mean? So that's where you have to like find the right blend, you know, and that's what I'm having an issue with right now, is getting that blend right again, because I feel like my aim is slowed down to where I'll be getting some kills, you feel me? Like my stats my stats are going crazy still. It's just I'm not winning right now because I'm not playing with the squad or anything. Like I'm just trying to figure this shit out. But I'm noticing whether I have my shit a little higher, a little lower, like to where, you know, it's kind of like not how I like it. I still be getting kills. You know what I mean? So it's like, but that's not satisfying for me. Like I need to be fast, and then to where, cause I was getting shifty the other day, and it's cause I adjusted my shit, got it going faster. But for some reason, the shit started like fucking with me. You know what I mean? And I don't know what it was. I don't know what I did, but the shit was like, you feel me? Almost like it was acting out of sync with the controller or something. I don't know how to explain it, but it's exactly what it was saying. Like it was doing exactly this. Look, exactly what it's saying right here. This is what it was doing. You see how it says right here? It says setting this value too low may result in the camera continuing to move even after removing your finger from the stick. So that's basically the issue I was having, because I had these settings too low. The left stick was actually at 16. I forgot what I had the right stick at. But see, my issue was, what I should have did was what I was just telling y'all, just bump this shit up by one how I normally do it. But you know, I was racing, I was like thinking about all types, I was like trying to figure it out, and I ended up like just, you know, forgetting, you know, what I had to do with that. So I retraced my steps, you know what I mean, and basically got it back almost to where I had it the other day. Almost, but not quite yet, you know what I mean? But that's why I'm trying to really like adjust things, and you know, like I said, it's all muscle memory, you know what I mean? So it could really fuck with your head. Oh yeah, and by the way, everybody, for y'all that don't know, I play invert. You know what I'm talking about? Hold on. I play invert, you know what I mean? And if you don't know what that is when you look down it goes up, and when you look up it goes down. So like I play like probably like completely different than a lot of people. And it's crazy now that I'm thinking about that. Like my whole life as a kid, I always just like, you know, played on invert. Except on a computer, I wasn't playing on invert, only on a controller. But I think I find it easier. You go down, it goes up. You go up, it goes down. I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like when it's on a normal thing, I feel like I'm like, my brain is like, you know, it's confused almost. Because I feel like I just have that kind of mind, you know what I mean? Like, my shit be like different than everybody else's, right? But that goes to show you right there, because I play on invert. Like, why the fuck would I play on invert, right? And that's just because, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like I said, ever since a kid, I played like that, you know what I mean? And everybody always tripped out on that. Everybody, like, what the fuck? You play on invert? But you know, it goes to show you that I just got a different way of doing it, and then look at all these settings I'm doing. Most people don't play with the advanced settings because you gotta be kind of like next level with what you want to do with shit. You don't want to just be like on some average tip, and that's kind of like what it comes down to, right? Like average thinkers and people, like they just do what everybody else does, you know what I mean? But the people that really want to like, get out there and figure some shit out, that's why we can even make this fucking video, right? Because we done figured some shit out, you know what I mean? And the only way you figure it out is by doing it, and that's the action and things. And that's the only way you're gonna get the results you're looking for, right? So it's like I just believe in like, okay, I look at something, okay, if I need to figure this shit out, you know what I'm talking about? It's just interesting to me too, but I mean, it could throw you in a loop. Don't get me wrong, because it's like I said, muscle memory. So like you playing the game, you remember it based off of your muscle memory. So like you honestly like confusing yourself a little bit with this shit, you know what I mean? But that's why I'm trying to get my shit back to how fast it was originally, which is almost there, I feel like, honestly, like. But I feel like this is good on the stick dead zone, even though I feel like it was faster before, but who knows, I might just be tripping. And you already know, like, this is your aim assist strength. um I don't know, like before I thought they had a different aim assist and then they had this one, but I think this is the only aim assist they got right now. And in my maps, if you go play those, I have aim assist turned off completely. But on here, I have it at 90%. The tracking, I have at 80. Because, I think when you have these things a little lower, it says right here, lowering in this setting is not recommended. But I mean, if you lower this shit, you'll see that the aim assist is pretty strong, and then the tracking shit, you feel me? Which I don't like those type of things, you know what I mean? Because I like being in control over my aim. I don't like feeling like, something is helping me. And that's the thing, when you start to turn down your aim assist and you start to turn things up and all this and that, you know, you start to notice like shit like aim assist and tracking aim strength and shit like that. You start to notice these things more because you're more sensitive towards the faster movements. And if you turn it down, then your aim is just gonna get better too, you know what I mean? Like, and you'll be able to kill like multiple targets in an area a lot faster, because with aim assist, it locks on a lot more and you don't notice it. But like if you have that shit at 100, then when enemies are in an area, a couple enemies, like your aim will start to want to drift and go over here, go over there. So like you can't focus on like the target in front of you type shit. So that's where you gotta like turn these things down type shit, you feel me? But that's if you want to challenge yourself and really like be better. And you will play way more swift, you feel me? Like you'll be able to like move around a lot more swift and all that, trust me. um but yeah, man, I got different settings than probably most people. And also I gotta switch up some of these because the fucking game, like, it fucking did some weird shit, and it like changed some shit up. Oh yeah, let's turn that off. Wait, disable this setting for those. Yeah, we don't want no stupid effects. Nah, it was this right here, the main, you feel me? Let's turn that shit up to like 80. You feel me? I don't know what happened, but it like reset some of my shit over here, you feel me? Pissing me off. So just oh yeah, we want to turn that shit. Well, if it's just gameplay, I don't care about all that other shit. 50 voice chat, just Let's turn this shit down to like 60. We don't care too much about that. We'll just leave that. I gotta fuck with this shit in my settings. I haven't, turned that shit on yet. Yeah, so all this shit seems to be right. All this shit seems to be cool. Think all this shit right. Got the reticle turned off. A lot of this shit I have turned off just for my own, like, I don't know, my own shit, you feel me? Personal shit, whatever. Like, I just don't like to see, like, the reticle ammo, the reticle shit. Show spectator count, I have that on. The quick bar, of course, you want it on. Player health, resources. I have minimap turned off. Obviously, y'all know that. Because, you watch me play type shit, right? So I got that motherfucker turned off. Yeah, I got most shit fucking turned off. Alright, so I mean, I could try to get into a match, see how this shit go. It's been kind of rough. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, it's been kind of fucking with my head a little bit, you know what I mean? Because I don't feel like I'm playing as comfortable as I was before. And I can't, like, make the best content, you feel me, if I ain't playing how I should, you feel me? I just gotta really get into battle and really use the analog sticks to see like how it really, you feel me? Because I noticed like when it was getting all weird, it was whenever I was like really into a battle type shit and really like moving them.
Where are we landing?
I don't want to talk to nobody right now. Yeah, I'm not here to chat with nobody right now, you know what I'm talking about? I'm trying to just kind of focus on fixing my shit still. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, like, I'm still not even really in the Fortnite mood because I just been, like, trying to get this shit right, so... Like I said, I've been having some decent matches, you feel me? Like, my KDs went up almost 2 points. You know what I mean? Since all this, just my win ratio going down like a motherfucker, but... It's just like, the stats is looking crazy, you feel me? It's just... Oh yeah, I feel like this is... Oh yeah, this is way... I feel like this is way more how I had it. But see, this is what gets me depressed, right? Is if this is how I like it and it's good and then it starts acting weird, it's like, ah, shit, you feel me? Like, what's this about type shit, you feel me? Because this is where I need it. And I'm the type of person where once I adjust certain shit and I get it how I like it, it's not the same game after that, you know what I mean? Like, I can't sit here and fucking play some shit if it ain't it, you know what I'm talking about? Like, if it doesn't feel the same way, you feel me? And trust me, turning those settings down, like, you would be forced to take a break from playing a fucking game if, you still wanted to play, because you ain't gonna play the same at first, I promise you. You gotta rewire your senses to what you're doing type shit. Unless, if you a casual player, then it won't matter to you. But for me, I'm competitive. I get into anything I do, you know what I'm talking about? So, it would take a little bit of time. I would have to go play some other shit, come back. So then it's like more brand new to me then. Hey, I thought this fool was a bot, but Oh, where's my fucking teammates, doggy? Oh, look, everybody's so spread it out, fool. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. One over there, one over there. Like, what is this? These, like, I get it. Like, I'm spread it out too, but it's like, bro, they're even spread it out. So how are we gonna? Why would you get into a match if you're gonna be that spread it out? Like, I know I'm spread it out. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, what the fuck are they doing? You know what I'm talking about? I'm over here taking out what 3-4 motherfuckers by myself. Yeah, nigga. Hey, my aim though, I'm kind of fucking with it, but I don't know. I don't know what I feel right now. I feel like it could be faster, of course, but I'm kind of, at this point, more nervous to put it any lower to make it faster because, you know what I mean? Yeah, but to have it at 16 and 18, I think that would be like perfect. But I'm just gonna keep it right here because I feel like right here, it's not gonna give me no issues. But trust me, this is still way faster than the average person on the PS5. Let's just say that. I just gotta now just keep it right here, you know what I mean? And not fuck with it too much. Cause I gotta get used to it in the sense of like wire my brain to it, you feel me? So I don't keep focusing on the same shit on here, you feel me? I wanna like get back to playing like comfortably and just getting into the matches, you feel me? But like I said, it's a lot of muscle memory, so you gotta like the only way you could really do anything is just by playing. Hey, real talk though, because I up so many other things and I'm faster, just doing this feels slow as shit. This feels slow now because I upped my speed everywhere else. Like whenever I take out my gun, I up that speed. Whenever I look down the sight, I upped all that shit. So now, like, just like normally like running around like this, like it feels weird in the sense of like breaking shit and all that. Or doing shit like that, you know what I mean? Just taking some. These fools just ran all the way up there, huh? Yeah, for some reason I feel like my character is like kind of like heavy feeling compared to like how I had it before, you feel me? That's why I kind of be tripping too over this shit. Yeah, honestly, that's like the best way I could describe it, honestly, like yeah, I feel like the motherfucker got some weight to him now. I think I might just have to keep on turning up my like sensitivities and all that. Cause I really don't feel like I can react to things the same way. In the sense of like the way I move around and shit. Like I felt like that shit was a lot faster before. I don't know. I could just be fucking tripping. I don't know. Like that shit. That's what I'm saying. Like that should be fuck. It could fuck with your head type shit. Yeah, my aim. I still feel like it feels too like. I don't know. I feel like I still need to do something. You know what I mean? Cause like this, like I feel like I was way faster like turning this shit, you know what I mean? That's why I keep on like, adjusting this shit, trying to get it exactly how I had that motherfucker, man, cause I do feel like there's a big difference, you know what I mean? And it's just difficult cause I don't want to, start fucking with it to where I just fuck up, you know what I mean? And I get it too low to where, you know what I mean? I can't even play because the controller can't handle too low of a dead zone. You know what I mean? Like, no controller can. But I feel like by me turning it up now, just by one, I mean, it feels a little better. Because what it is it's the consistency. You know, like my aim is pretty much there, just like I kept on saying before, the consistency. Yeah, like it almost feels like sluggish almost. Yeah, this fool got 15 kills? This fool's savage mode. This fool ain't playing no fucking games. We probably win this one if this fool keeps it up. I only got a couple kills, but I'm trying to still fuck with my aim. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what? The shit could be even good. It's just, I don't know. I just be tripping. You feel me? Yeah, I just be playing with my aim to see how I could react to like shit coming over here. You feel me? Which it's not slow, but I feel like it. Oh shit! I feel like it could be better. You feel me? Yeah, nah. They came in too thick. You feel me? Too thick, nigga. Yeah, I feel like I could really like, you know, Shane made this shit a little faster. You feel me? Honestly. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Before I got on this live, like, I was getting some crazy fucking kills. Because I was only focused on my aim. You know what I mean? I was only focused on the aim type shit. Right now I'm trying to talk and do all this other shit. But it's all good, you know. I fuck with people. I want to post a video. Actually, I fucked up. Earlier I wanted to hold on, actually let me record this. Hold on. Oh, you can only record up to 30 minutes. I wanted to record that video earlier. I was talking, you know, about all this shit, and it would have been a good video, but I fucking forgot to record that shit. Stupid ass me. Um, yeah, cause I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if it's the tracking. Could be the tracking, cause the enemies from afar, like I felt like I didn't have as control over my aim. You know what I mean? And I don't like that. Wait, what's this control? Yeah. See, I almost want to put this one down, back down to where I had it at 16, you feel me? When I had that shit at 16, realistically, I'm trying to get those settings back down to exactly where I had it. But for some reason, like, I'm not feeling like anything is the same, you know? So it's fucking with my head, to be honest with you. You know, so I'm trying to get it as fast up how I had it without the controller doing weird shit. You know what I'm talking about? I think I'm gonna go back into. Now I need to play squad field because that's how I could test it good. I'll be right back. Give me a second. Yes, sir. This shit's been a headache. I'm gonna keep it a buck. A complete fucking headache. But you know, we don't give up. Aim is one of those just things that could fuck with your head. Ooh, this shit feels a little better. Oh no, I think it always felt like that. You see how it feels right here? I like that.